caught a plane, I caught a vibe. I can't complain, gotta thank God. Yeah, my diamonds on rain, leave her whole eyes wide. Yeah, the Bentley Moussain or the Porsche Cayenne.
We're here with our OneRising Artist of the Month, Daredevil.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank y'all for having me here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I first want to kind of start out by talking about your name. I heard your dad gave you the name Daredevil.
My dad did give me that name. It was kind of like growing up, I used to do a lot of stuff like people wouldn't just dare to do. A lot of, kids stuff, jumping off roofs and stuff, crazy stuff like that.
It carried through.
Yeah, it did.
You kind of mentioned jumping off roofs, but what's the most daring thing that you've ever done? Kind
of like with fashion and stuff like that. Daring to do certain things, put on certain things people wouldn't wear, and just, be myself.
I love that.
Just that's about it.
That's great. Looking back on Spotify, you've really only been releasing music for the last couple years, but when did you kind of start your musical journey? When did you get into making music?
When I was about 13, 14, I learned to play certain instruments being around, a lot of musical influences. My dad was an artist. My mom also sang and plays in choirs and stuff like that. So it was all musical influence my whole life.
Sometimes you hear that like when parents are in music, they don't want their kids to go into it. Like, was it like that for you? Or your parents like, I don't know, it's a tough industry, or have they been really supportive?
They have been really supportive, and it's been a help, a push.
For you, when was the moment that you were like, okay, this is what I want to pursue?
Things just start picking up, shows and things like that. Certain producers that I grew up listening to hit me up, and we end up working. And that's what showed me this is what I want to do.
Well, it's cool that you had all these different influences. Like you said, your dad, R&B, but for you, and you have such a really cool, unique sound that I really appreciate as someone who loves music. How have you found that voice for yourself?
Focusing back on my musical influences growing up, certain melodies and sounds, and you know what I mean? R&B, come from R&B and, a lot of soul I used to listen to growing up. And I just put it into the music and make something fresh and new.
For you when you're in the studio, like what do you need to kind of set yourself up to get in the zone?
Not too many things. Just, a healthy diet,
right.
Drink a lot of water, a lot of other things. But it's the music most important, honestly. Good music and good production.
Speaking of which, Diary of an Inky Kid. First of all, I want to talk about the title of that. Why was that what you wanted to call it?
Growing up, I didn't really watch a lot of movies, and I didn't really watch a lot of shows. But when I watched that, when it caught my attention, you know what I mean? It was at a certain point I was growing up, and I was like,
and you're talking about Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, Diary of a Wimpy. Yeah, actually. And so I was like, I just put it in my own way, put it into my life's perspective, so other people could understand kids, because I'm not wimpy. You know what I mean? So I just made it similar to what, related to me and a lot of other people, you know what I mean? And
I love that you separate it into chapters.
Exactly.
Talk about that. Like, what are people learning about you when they're listening to
just different things on how I live, how I think, how other people should think, but, just different opinions, just on my lifestyle and whatnot. It's like a diary,
For people who haven't heard your music and you were like, okay, go listen to one song on this EP that most represents you, what would be the chapter that you'd send them to?
I would send them to chapter 2, but then they would have to read chapter 3.
Okay.
So it's kind of between those two. I love both of them.
What's chapter 2 about?
It's about, I actually made it in LA a couple weeks ago. It's just about me landing and getting straight to work and whatever I had just did before that. And just just grinding and working, constantly working, getting better. That's what the song's about. The chapters as it goes by. And you can hear it in the elevation of the music also.
And then chapter 3.
I made chapter 3 probably a couple months back. They're actually the same thing, actually. I had just bought something new and I rapped about it. And it came out really good.
Yeah.
On how I went to go get whatever I got, and then, you know what I'm saying? It made me feel good. When you hear the song, it makes you feel good too.
Only one to me, I go under. Bullshit I don't see. Stevie Wonder, she wanna be with me. I had to ponder.
And this is like just the beginning for you, which is really cool to see you blossoming. For you, and you know, you've talked about how you came from a bunch of different influences with your dad being an R&B, but for you, how has it been finding your own voice as an artist? What's that process been like?
There's been a lot of songs, honestly. Thousands of songs.
A ton. Thousands?
Yeah, thousands of songs, and it's just like, I'm kind of addicted to progression, so if I hear this song and I hear that the next song is 10 times better, I'm just gonna keep going. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's where a lot of my inspiration comes from. Just motivating to just be better.
So you're sitting on a ton of songs right now?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Thousands,
probably.
The world's ready to hear them.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And this is your first interview, which I just found out, and you're doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you. First interview.
You feel very comfortable.
Yeah, I am comfortable.
Very cool, calm, and collected. But what do you want people to know about you as an artist? What's like something they'd be surprised to know, possibly, at first glance?
I engineer myself. I edit most of my videos. I know how to play the organ, piano, drums, and bass guitar.
Wow.
Self-taught.
I was gonna say self-taught. How did you just messing around, or did you like watch YouTube tutorials, or how did you?
I would just hear certain things
Wow.
like in studios, and I remember certain things, and I go play it back, and then just find the key until I find it, and then repeat it until I learn the whole.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's a talent. And what's on your bucket list in this career of yours? Top 3 things you
Top
want to
3
accomplish.
things.
Daredevil, coming in hot 2023. What do you want to accomplish?
I just want to accomplish, just get the attention of people, let people feel the music and hear the music, appreciate me as an artist, and that's about it. Just keep pushing forward, getting better.
Then I have to ask, because you have a ton of tattoos. I can see a bunch on your hand.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite tattoo, and what's your least favorite tattoo?
I don't have a least favorite tattoo.
No?
No, I don't.
They all
have
tell a
least,
story.
Yeah, they do. But my favorite tattoo is a Rolling Stone tongue I have under my chest.
Nice.
I didn't know it was a Rolling Stone tongue, but Lil B the bass guy had influence on me growing up, and I seen him when I was like, that's hard. But then I found out it was Rolling Stone, and I looked in on Rolling Stones, and I was like, that's hard.
And at 2023, what can we expect? Are you planning on releasing volume 2 of your Diary of an Inky
Volume
Kid?
2 and 3.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Throughout the year. Volume 2 and 3. A lot of projects throughout the year. A lot of projects, a lot of singles, a lot of music dropping. Giving the people a lot of stuff to listen to. Yeah.
Well, we can't wait, Daredevil. Congratulations. We're excited for all
Thank
that's
you.
to come. And thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you,
Live
guys.
One.